Thank you so much for joining us today for our What's New with CloudCo webinar. My name is Rebecca Johnson. I've organized today's webinar and I'll be monitoring the session. I am joined by CloudCo's Chief Operating Officer, Dan Kosowski, who will be hosting today's session. There are plenty of new updates we are looking forward to showing you. Please feel free to use the Q&A or the chat box on the right-hand side throughout the webinar, and Dan will review and answer. I will be sending this recording out to all of our registrants post-webinar, probably within the next day or two. If you have any questions, feel free to reply back to that email as well.
And thank you very much, Rebecca. And just like Rebecca said, I'd like to echo, thank you everybody for taking your time out of your day to join us today and seeing what's new with CloudCo. Even people who may be viewing at a different time, just always thankful for our partners who are viewing our content and seeing what's new with CloudCo. So the point of today's webinar is the first in a series that we are proud to embark on, where we're going to be giving you guys updates on our CloudCo portal. Things that the partners have come back with us as feedback of features they'd like to see, and what's on the roadmap in the future. And of course, just like Rebecca said, a Q&A at the end, because we're always willing to take any and all feedback that would make you guys more successful in any of your VoIP offering or your solutions offerings that we help you with. So just a brief introduction for those of you who may not be familiar. Like Rebecca said, I am Dan Kosowski, CEO of CloudCo. I've been with the company for around 7 or 8 years at this point. I've seen a little bit of everything. We deal primarily with only MSPs, resellers, ITSPs, and the like, providing you guys a one-stop shop in the fragmented world of VoIP to obtain SIP trunks, hosting, platform, complementary services, you name it. So again, I guess I'll kick it off. Today, we're going to be starting with some of the more, kind of housekeeping things that we just added to the portal, right? So right now, everybody's familiar with the portal who's been in there and used it. You can use it to do things such as create SIP locations and renew 3CX licensing and purchase licensing and all of those normal things that you interact with us on a day-to-day basis. But we did add some more features now, such as easier account management, user management for administrators of our partner accounts, and then of course a sign-up link. So if you're not available, you can always send one of your associates to the main login page, create a sign-up. It has a flow underneath it where it will allow you to just put in your email address, some basic information. It matches that to our backend for your partner account information to get you a more automated, seamless way to have an account created. And then, of course, for all the administrators in the house who will be doing this as well, the other screenshot details are create users function, something that you may have been exposed to, but we are adding more granular permissions to the flow, so that you can keep people from seeing only their accounting, maybe not so much restricting what they can see. Of course, that's an option as well, but also to be able to give them just the information that they need, right? Invoicing, detailing, history, subscription status, things of that nature. A lot more will come for this. This is where our partners have been super helpful to us, saying, it would be so much better if I could have such and such to do this or do that. We love the feedback. We keep taking it every day, every week, and adding to it. Hence why we're doing this series, just to let you guys know that we are listening to you and that we want to give you everything that, like I said, makes you guys successful. Some of the more things that we're working on as well are more SIP management tools, right? Your ability to move your phone numbers between your locations, created new locations, a very easy to use step-by-step workflow for that. Simply copy and paste a number. If you have an export from a CSV, you want to move them from one location to another, you've migrated to a multi-tenant system of ours, or you've done something, maybe you're just moving temporary numbers around. Very easy way to do that as well. And of course, the ability for you guys to export any and all call usage and data records. In the past, we used to have, very white glove personal approach to data report pulling. We're pulling all of that back. And of course, we're always there for you if you guys want us to pull a report just because you're on the road or want to do something. But we never want to be a roadblock in the way of you getting the data you need, either to, square up your billing or ensure that everything was lining up and looking right, or just to be able to prove call history to one of your customers. Anything you need. We're not just going to be stopping at call usage. We'll have full message data usage as well. Everything you can think of, E911 reporting, you name it. If there's a report that comes out that you guys need to see again for your billing purposes, for your client customers, whatever it may be, please let us know. We could very quickly add these reports and then meet what you need to see. What we don't want to do is flood you with a bunch of nonsense that won't help you. So again, getting back to those granular controls, not only can you do that for your customers or your end users, I should say, and your associates, but being able to slim down just the things you see on your dashboard as well will be super helpful. Next thing we're doing is, this is our biggest one yet. We're doing self-service porting. A lot of people in the past have dealt with our porting team, had a great experience with it. I always want to just announce the caveat that we're just empowering our partners to not be in their way, I guess is the best way to say it. If you love working with us the way you do now, requesting things from us, asking us all the little questions and all the details about going through the porting process and having us handle it from soup to nuts, we are here for you. We love doing it. We're not backing away from it. We just want to be able to give you guys the tools to do it. If you're up at night and you just really love porting and you want to get something done in the middle of the night, we want to be able to let you do so. So our big thing, and we're probably going to have our own session and our own, kind of broadcast strictly around this tool. We're going to go into, maybe a demo port and go through the entire step by step so that all of our partners have, reference guide material on how to use the upcoming tool. Of course, any of our associates are here to hold your hand through the first couple and walk you through it. And like I said, we're here to help you any way you want. So really, it's three main phases that you can access your porting information, right? You guys will have an overall porting calendar all on the left-hand side submenu, where it shows you all of your active ports within the last 30 days, and then your upcoming ports 30 days on out, up to 90 days on out. If you have ports that are that far, obviously that's restricted by the carriers. They only let you have so much lead time on a port, but you can have a full one-stop view where it shows you, everything that you have on a port, whatever status it's in, whether it's an open, exception, FOC, submitted, whatever the case may be. It's all color-coded, sorted by the date and the time, so you guys know exactly in chronological order when your ports are occurring. All of those links that you see on that calendar are clickable links. They bring you directly into the details. So for example, if you see on my screen now, I opened up one of these demo exception ports, right? We put something in, purposely put a bad pin in there just to get the rejection back on one of our internal numbers. So you guys now can see that you have the ability to see exactly what the exception is without having to go through a ticket and look for it, right? Obviously, that ticket is there for your historical reference and to engage both our sales and support staff, but it also gives you direct insight in real time what the rejection is. And if you notice that little action button in the top right-hand corner, you are now also available to respond to your own rejections. So if it's something like an incorrect pin, such as the example in my screenshot, you simply hit that actions button in the top right-hand corner. You just hit address action, and it's gonna automatically read what the rejection is. It pops up a little window asking you to enter in what the correct pin is, automatically submits your port, and in real time, when you move back to the calendar here, you'll see that will change to an open or submitted status port, because now you've gotten the information needed. And of course, we can have a series of alerts. Our portal is outfitted with a notification system that we're currently expanding as well. We really kind of keep a real good focus on not white noising you, not just blasting a bunch of nonsense that may not be pertinent to you, or maybe just crying wolf with a bunch of notifications. So you have the ability that we're releasing the ability to control which notifications you see in your portal. So you can always go ahead and log into your dashboard, see your notifications in the top right-hand corner, and then just see all the porting notifications you have. This port moved to FOC, this port moved to here. That way, hey, if I've got a couple of rejections in there, I know right to go into my calendar and address those right away to keep them moving along. And then, of course, the port in numbers ability, right? Not just checking the status, but starting a port. That's the third and final screenshot that you're seeing on your screen now. This is the basis. I highlighted the top bar because it's just going to step you through all of the really easy to go through portions. The tool holds your hand along the way, giving you the required information you need, allowing you to check requested FOC dates that you need. You even have the ability to stall ports once they're submitted. This is where I would say that we're going to run definitely a different segment or a different broadcast specifically on this tool alone, is allowing you guys to walk through this, and we'll do that whole thing because that'll be its own piece of content for you guys to reference when you're getting used to using the tool, submitting your own ports. Again, can't emphasize enough, we love working with our partners. If you guys are too busy on the road doing what you do best, selling, and you just want us to fire out LOAs so that you can get ports submitted, please, we're still doing that. We just want to be able to give you more and more ways to get your business going. Other things we've added to, a couple of great big announcements. We have a quote building tool in there. It will be loaded in with your partner specific pricing if there's volume discounts or some other thing that we've worked out. Of course, our great partner, aggressive discounted pricing is always there, but anything that you work out, if you're doing large number of ports, will all be part of that. That way you can see your pricing at any one given time. No need to reach out to a manager or your account manager just to see, hey, what's my pricing on a DID? What's my pricing on here? It's all in there, and it allows you to build really cool quotes. So if you can see on this page here, I have just the kind of beginning parts of it. You upload your logo to it, because what we really wanted to do is not just a price check ability for you on your resources that you receive from us, but for you to be able to quote really nice, super nice, modern looking quotes to hand to your customers right away. So if you've got a prospect that's hot to go and you want to be able to just say, hey, I want to whip up what a phone system looks like for them and hand them a professional quote, you can go right ahead and upload your company logo to it or some other logo that may be pertinent to the quote itself. Fill in all the information very easily. All the most frequent products that you currently utilize from us will be part of like automated dropdowns or already selectable fields, all pre-programmed in with your partner cost of goods. And then we also have the ability for you to add things that you don't procure from us, right? Professional services, anything you do with maybe equipment lease, rental, or purchase, one-time purchase, you can add all of those in there. And limited many lines as you'd like to add in there. And then at the bottom, you get a really nice quote summary. You know right up front what your partner monthly cost is, what you'll be charging the customer. You'll know your margin right off the bat, so that if your goal is to make 30, 40, 50, 60%, whatever it is, you can either display that information by dollar margin or percentage margin, and including the one-time charges you're going to cost there. And then, of course, at the bottom, you have the ability to save that quote. If you need to alter it at a later time, you'll have just a nice selection menu to go through there. You can mark it as complete or delete it from the system altogether. And then, of course, download a strict PDF right away. We are going to be integrating our tax rating engine in here. A little bit of difficulties based on some, different things that we're doing, but we're really going to put that in there so you guys have the to the penny quote that you can do there. We always emphasize, as everybody in this room may know, dealing with VoIP for as long as they have, taxes can change on a day-to-day, some seemingly hour-to-hour basis. So that's kind of why we always wanted to start with the pre-tax realm. We'll have a checkbox for you to turn the tax on, tax rated fully to the service address you plugged in the quote. And then, of course, one of our biggest things that we've got going on right now is a very aggressive offer to help launch and help keep competing with our secure ATA-FAX offering. If you guys aren't familiar in this thing, we have been partnering with our SecureFAX product for a little while now. It's been a great success. Fully HIPAA and PCI compliant fax portal. You can fax via old school MFP, multifunction printer fax machine, strictly through the portal. Email to fax gives you a bevy of options. Everything again can be done with a SecureFAX PIN, two-factor authentication on fully HIPAA and PCI approved and compliant infrastructure, geo-redundant, keeps a full backlog of all of your faxes. There's no constraints on storage or time. We also don't charge you for the ATAs at all. That's part of the big promotion that we're running right now. Shipping is completely covered as well. You are able to obtain one free HTTPS ATA adapter per customer site. If you do need to add multiple per customer account, let's call it, we're always willing to work that out as well too. And it's 100% free to you to use, as long as that the seat stays active on the site. But please reach out to your CloudCo rep for any pricing or details like that, especially if you want to talk about converting from another platform, or maybe you're just getting into the fax game now and you really want to do a demo of the solution. Just know that we are running a very cool and aggressive offer right now to get you these things overnighted into your hands. Again, you pay nothing other than your monthly reoccurring for having the platform. There's no per page fees as well. So this is really a great tool in your VoIP offering toolkit to take care of a very common need. As much as we all think it would go away, faxing is an extremely necessary evil in our world today, but we make it simple. We make it not so evil. So that goes to show you that on your portal on the left-hand side, you'll see that new link to fill out for your order for your free ATA. You can select exactly where you need to ship it. You can drop ship it in coordination with our support team or our sales team as well, to be able to hook this up right to whatever customer account you created. So let's say you had Pizza Hut on Main Street, for example, that you were going to handle their faxing for. You put that in there as the company. Our team can provision that directly by adding the serial number and MAC before it ships out the door, so you can drop ship it directly to your customer site and have it plug and play, ready to fax day one, minute one. So those are really our biggest things on the map right now. I guess I'll talk a little bit about roadmap for the time being. We're going to be releasing, like I said, a lot of reporting functionality. And one of the bigger projects that we're working on that we're super excited about is as an AI agent bot on your portal. The AI agent bot will be just like what you're familiar with, you've seen on any other website you've been on, where you have a little chat bubble in the bottom, except ours will be completely intuitive to the resources that you utilize from your account. If you want to be able to get a report of all the 3CX licenses that are expiring within the next 30 days, your AI chatbot will be able to provide that with you along with a quote for each one. You can ask it very detailed questions such as, well, what if I upgraded this 32 SIM call to a 64? Could you give me a quote at my partner pricing? It'll be able to provide you that. Again, everything that we build and put into the portal is either feedback from our partners or something that we know will enable you guys to do business without having a roadblock of geography, time, location, wherever it is. You guys can pull that information at any time. And it'll also be able to locate numbers for you. There's another great use case example. Hey, I've got this phone number. I don't know where it is. Can you show me the history of it? The AI agent bot will be able to tell you the data ported in or was purchased new for you, any E911 changes that have been made, the dates that that thing has been made. All of it is linked up to the carrier repositories, our central databases in our system. So very exciting thing. We should be seeing that in the coming months as beta, quickly soon to turn around to full production right after that. But at this time, I guess I'll leave the floor open to anybody who needs to ask a question. I'm here for anything. You guys know me. You can also call me at any time, call or email, but I'm leave the floor open for any questions or comments. And then while everybody's waiting too, I just wanted to emphasize that we will have this as an ongoing series, right? As we're doing, because we're doing releases almost on a weekly basis for new fixes, new tools, things of that nature. But if you're the kind of person who doesn't always have time to join or watch a webinar, we will also condense this into a newsletter style email where you'll get just basically like a nice change log release email, right? Where you'll be able to see new things. All of that should have interactive content along with it so they can give you a little bit of a brief overview of how the new feature or tool works, if you do need to request it or not, or access for it, right? Because we don't blanket release things to our partners in case there is sensitivities around personnel needing to access something. So we always want to be cognizant of that. But again, we will be releasing this not only as a webinar series and as viewable content, but as something as a form of a newsletter as well, so that you can quickly get updates on a very regular basis on everything that's going on in our portal. Rebecca, anything on your end? Do you see any questions from your side or from going on there?
No, I think you must have answered everything, Dan.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, again, thank you so much, everybody, for attending today. I can't thank you enough. We like to keep these short and sweet because these things are really just about getting you guys the information about things that are new. As always, the team is here for you. If you have any questions, want to run through, want a demo of something, just want to go in depth about a little thing. Always, we all have calendar links in our email signatures to be scheduled at any time. And of course, we always welcome an ad hoc call. Just give us a shout anytime. But again, thank you everyone for your time, and we're looking forward to growing with you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, everyone.